I'm going to give you some actionable tips to conquer your life based on this book, How to Be a Bawse by Lilly Singh. The key point is purposeful living. We can only control ourselves, so we need to take ownership of our reactions. Don't let other people push your buttons. And to do that, we need to master our thoughts and control them well. The way to do that is simple. It's 4 steps. Firstly, understand other people's perspectives. Realize that they might just be having a bad day. Their negativity is not a reflection on you. Secondly, self-worth over opinions. Should other people's opinions actually impact about how you feel yourself? Absolutely not. You may immediately need thicker skin, but that will come with time. And Lilly Singh's a successful YouTuber who's been trolled a fair bit, and she's outlined that over time you get that thicker skin and you realize it's not about the haters, it's about your own self-worth. And thirdly, finding joy in your actions. That's so important. If creating content is what you want to do and it makes you happy, go for it. And that'll be enough to outweigh any trolling, negativity and fear that you may face. Fourthly, mindful reactions. Don't have that knee-jerk reaction. It may give you some temporary relief to call somebody an unkind word that would mean the video isn't suitable for children, but instead catch that impulse, and before you act on it, think of a constructive way to improve your mood. Work ethic and facing challenges. This is important. What we need to think about is what makes us uncomfortable. Seek out these situations, throw yourself into that, and that'll allow you to grow as an individual. And then you'll gain valuable skills, confidence, and you also need to think about what your goals are and keep striving towards your goals. If you don't succeed, it's not a disaster. Just chalk it up to experience and try again. So remember, selective emotions. Sometimes blocking out emotions can help with productivity. So choose productivity over pride and elation over ego. Impact awareness. Always consider how your emotions and actions impact others and impact you. Decision making. Know when to take time to think something through and when to make a quick decision. Taking ownership. This is important. We don't want to get into this blame game. Take full responsibility for your actions, and here's how to handle mistakes. No excuses. Just own up to this. Don't deflect blame onto others. Call yourself out. If you've made a mistake, admit to it openly, learn from them. Find solutions. Mistakes, these are only really valuable if you can learn from them, and more importantly, how to prevent them happening again. Loving yourself is key, and you must actually love yourself before you can love someone else. It's really good and kind to consider other people's feelings, but don't forget that you're also a person who needs to be considered. So stop and think about how something makes you feel. Then you can make a decision based on everyone you love. Because you do need to still be the advocate for yourself. Strive to be happy, healthy, and ensure you're treated the way a Bawse should be treated. You're maybe thinking, what the heck's a Bawse, Chris? Is it not a boss? Well, it's a slang term for the word boss, and it stands for badass women slaying every day. FOMO and goals. Overcome that fear of missing out. Remember that the joy of accomplishing your goals is much greater than the disappointment of short-term fun. So you may need to not go to that party and put the shift in achieving what you're keen to do. So how can you stay focused, you'd say? Well, there's a few things. Vision boards. If you create a vision board with your goals, what you want to achieve in future, both short and long-term visualizations, this can help. I must admit I do not have a vision board. Don't give up. That's the key to success, really. It's subjective. Success as a concept is subjective, and it means different things to different people. But if you've got a goal in mind, don't give up, because what you want to achieve is important to you, and inspiration can be the fuel for your hustle. That sounds so weird. Learning and growth. Success is all about continuous learning, and I completely agree with this. So show who you are. If you want to be taken seriously, you need to keep showing up so people actually think about you. And don't be afraid to look stupid on screen. If that happens, just think, well, that's the character I was playing at the time. That's how would the character feel? So almost thinking about playing roles can help you overcome the self-doubt you may have. Learning from others. This is so key. There's almost a greasy pole of success. And it isn't just about status. It's about experience and expertise. So we need to be willing to learn from other people who are further on in the journey of life or a career or whatever than we are, people that we aspire to be like. And don't be afraid to ask questions and be willing to learn something new. And in part, you having the grit to put the shift in and do that work is then what will make you achieve success. Because you need to do the work, be efficient, but realize you have to work. Deadlines may help you achieve success. Now, if you're lucky enough to be in a team and you can select this, you arguably want to be the dumbest person in the team. And it doesn't make you stupid by any way. It means that you're smart enough to select and surround yourself with experts that can challenge you, intimidate you into becoming a better person, and educate you along this journey. And when we're interacting with others, it's important to build relationships and also be present. And how do you do that? Well, you have to be a great listener. And if you can develop conversations, that is in almost the way to possessing true presence. So you'll say, Chris, okay, how do I develop a conversation? Or you may not, but I'll tell you anyway. Firstly, genuine smiles. Now, smile when you meet somebody. If you meet somebody new, it doesn't matter who they are, what you smile. Think of something about them that makes them unique or makes you admire them, makes you happy, and smile. If you can repeat their name as well while smiling, double whammy in terms of points. Active listening. Sometimes you're speaking to somebody and they're looking a bit vacant, and it's because they're thinking, what will my response be? If somebody's speaking, pause, focus on what they're actually saying, and then listen and engage and ask relevant questions. Introduce yourself. Make a point to actually introduce yourself to everyone in the room if you're the famous one. And there's talk about people going to chat shows and they'll just maybe speak to the presenter. But if they can meet the lighting people, all the different people, they'll think that person was nice. They took the time to actually speak to me. And it can make a real difference. Think of how many times you've spoke to a friend and they've said, I've met that celebrity. Confidence and environment. We need to all walk with confidence, but we also need to create an environment that we can actually thrive in. So always remember, don't get overly inflated with your ego. You need to stay grounded. There's always somebody doing better, a higher power that can throw you down the greasy pole of success. But we need that foundation for success, because somebody may reach out and say, oh, you're a famous YouTuber with 1 million subscribers, share my things. And if they do that, it may not help the other people because they've not worked hard building their own strong foundation and the skills necessary to handle that success. True success is really built on that strong foundation. And I genuinely wish you the most success in whatever you aim to achieve in life. I hope you found these tips helpful. Feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more life-changing content, and feel free to comment below if any of these tips have resonated with you. So go out there, be a boss or a boss, and conquer your life.